Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel My Time My Teacher. In this video I will tell you about class 12th sociology project which we make for the practical for the board exams. As you know, the practical exam, board exams, that is for 20 marks, 80 marks theory paper. Getting 20 marks itself is quite valuable because it continues to make your 4 to 5%. If you are taking top 4, it gives 5%. So getting 20 on 20 is very important while having the practical subjects. If you are not having 20 marks or less than 18 marks, then there is no benefit of having practical subjects. It is better to have it, and that is only possible if you are making a good project. The project, the file, if that is incomplete, then you cannot get the marks out of the board exams, the practical. So here in this video I will tell you what are the subheadings in the practical which we are going to make while making the file, right? I have written here 12 things, 12 headings which you are going to mention in your project, and here I am going to tell you one by one about all. See, the first one is acknowledgement. Acknowledgement means you are going to acknowledge the topic, yourself and the teacher, whatever you are doing in this file, in this project. The format of acknowledgement that you can get on internet, on Google, you can go simply, you can change the topic and your name, and you can copy the new formats from there. There is no need to work hard. If you want to write your own, then also you can do it. That simply consists one page, not more than that, right? The second is certificate. It is also available on Google. You can simply download or copy from there or make your own, certifying that you have made this project in original, you have worked hard, you have conducted the research, you have taken the help of the teacher or your friends conducting the research and making this project. That is also required in one page. After this we have introduction. The third heading is introduction. Introduction means we are talking about the introduction of the topic. Whatever topic you have chosen, you are going to introduce the topic in how many? 4 to 5 pages. I am going to write here. In circle I will write 1 page. This is 1 page. Introduction, it goes 4 to 6 pages. Right? 4 to 6 pages introduction of the topic. You are going to define it very clearly what your topic is, so that the reader can easily understand what you have done in this research. The next is statement of purpose. Statement of purpose is divided further into 3 parts. Further 3 parts means relevance to world, relevance to India, relevance to me. There in this heading you are going to define that how the topic is believed among the world, people, among the people of our own country, and what do I personally think about the topic. That is also a part of statement of purpose. It goes from 5 to 8 pages, right? That is, the next is presentation of evidence. That is the main part of this content. We can call it content also. You are going to write every detail about your topic, whatever is happening here, whatever you conducted, what you think. You can also collect the pictures. The pictures can be pasted in introduction, and rest pictures you can paste in presentation of evidence. It is 15 to, you can write it 25 pages. 15 to 25, because that is the biggest content part of your project. You are going to write types, the causes, the evidences, and how the people are suffering because of that, what are the evidences, everything you are going to give in this. So it is the biggest part of it, 15 to 20 pages. The sixth one is methodology. You are going to write which methodology, which research method you used during conducting the research in your project. That is also for it is 5 to 8 pages, because here also we are supposed to write about the types of methodology selected, advantages and disadvantages, right? That is methodology. After this we are moving to the next questionnaire. Again, a very important part of the research. while you are conducting the research, you need to go to the people asking for their opinions. Only then we can come to any outcome, any conclusion. If we are doing it on our own, that is not possible to get the good results. If you want good results, go to as many people as you can go. That will only help you to understand the real problems, the real picture in the society. Right? Questionnaire, you need to add one sample questionnaire, that is a blank one will be there, and get it filled by minimum 20 people. More than, there is no limit. You can get 50, 30, 100 and so on, as much as you can. Questionnaire is there. After this we have analysis and interpretation. Analysis and interpretation is the part when you are going to conduct the analysis after conducting the survey. After collecting the questionnaires from all the peoples, you are going to decide that what the people did for your project, right? Whatever they have answered, and you are going to analyze every question in your questionnaire and the answer of every person. The majority, whatever majority you will have in the analysis, that you will have as your answer for that particular question. Evaluation, the next heading. Under the evaluation, you are going to evaluate the people, evaluate the response of the people for your project, for your topic, that how and why did they do like that. The next is outcome. Outcome is basically the conclusion of the project. Whatever you have done in analysis and evaluation, after that all you are going to find out, that what your research came to know. After conducting the whole research, what is the outcome? What is the result of your research? What the people told you about the realities? That will be the outcome. I forgot to mention questionnaire, minimum 20. Analysis, it also takes minimum 10 pages because we can analyze 2 questions on 1 page. Evaluation, it is taking around 5 pages. Outcome, 1 to 2 page. Limitations, that is around 1 page. Bibliography, that is around 1 page. Limitations means we are talking about all those problems which we faced during the research, during the project. For example, we went to conduct survey, we gave the questionnaire to the people, but the people are not ready to give it back. The people are filling it roughly. They are not serious while filling it. They are not giving it back in the same condition. We lost so many questionnaires. The people were not ready to accept the questionnaires. These are the limitations which you faced during the research. So that all you will mention here. Last is bibliography. Bibliography is the topic where we are going to write about the sources from where we collected the information. It may be the books, it may be the websites, it may be your friends. Anywhere you have collected the resources for this whole project, that all comes under the category bibliography. These all are the headings which are required to conduct a research. Right? Hope it will help you to make the better project. For any queries, you can call me anytime or text me or leave a comment. Hope it will help you. Thank you very much.